Hello everyone, Millie here and welcome back to another video. I know I have been missing here for ages, but life happens and I'm really glad to be back here once again. So since most of you found the video that I shared with you about my experience here in Germany really helpful, I figured out why not share more with you. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you only 5 things which stand out the most for me. But don't get me wrong, I love so many things about Germany, but these are just 5 things which stand out the most for me. So I hope you all enjoy it, and without further ado, let's just get started. Coming from a country where the healthcare system is really expensive to a point where not so many people can afford it, I have really come to accept that Germany has to be one of the countries with the best healthcare systems all over the world. So here in Germany, we have both public and private health insurance systems. So let's say you're working, at the end of the month, your money will be deducted from your salaries. And if you're not working, the state usually takes care of you. So the state will pay for your health insurance. So what I really love most about it is that the healthcare is both for the rich and the poor. They don't discriminate on that part. That is something I really appreciate. And it covers hospitalization, eye care, dental care, mental illness, or even rehabilitation. And let's say you have been sick for a longer period of time that you can't go to work. The insurance company will also take care of you financially in that period of time. Another thing to be aware of is that here in Germany, you just don't go directly to the hospital like that. We have doctors in our neighborhoods who are also called Hausarzt if it's a male, or Hausärztin if it's a female. So what you do is you can make an appointment, or you can just go directly to them. So if your situation is bad, then you get a referral letter from them, and with this referral letter you will go with it to the hospital. But if your situation isn't that bad, they will just prescribe a medicine for you and you're good to go. So let's say you're sick in odd hours, it's a public holiday or a weekend or even at night, or you have a child and it's at night, you can't take them to your local doctors in your neighborhood. So what do? You have every right to go directly to the hospital. In the hospital, there's a particular section where the doctors there take care of all these sick patients who couldn't make it to their doctors' places in the course of the day. So they take care of you and you're catered for, and that is something which is really good. If you have an emergency, let's say at home or even at work, it doesn't matter. But if there's any emergency, you call the ambulance, they come to you directly in just some minutes. They're always there, not more than 5 minutes. They come, they take you to the hospital. And one thing that I really love about it is that when they are on the way, or let's say there's traffic or something like that, everybody in the on the way will have to move their cars so that this ambulance will have an access to take the patient to the hospital. So don't get me wrong, this thing doesn't happen everywhere in the world. In Kenya, it's not like that. So that's one thing that I really appreciate about here. All lives matter. It doesn't matter if you're a prominent person, if you're a rich person. No, all lives matter. And that is something to be grateful for. I call it a privilege. So the first time I came to this country, I really loved how clean it was. We have companies that take care of the streets, and we have companies that take care of the garden. They just make sure that the trees, the flowers are all well kept together and they're neat, and the streets are clean and clear. So in most homes, it's also important to note that there's a garbage system. So that simply means that the garbage system is separated into different compartments. So we have the bio, where all the rest food goes inside, and then you have the plastic, you have where the old clothes goes inside, you have the paper, old shoes, you name it. It's just all there. So what happens after that is the garbage company always comes, like here in Bremen, they come twice a week. So they will collect all the garbage and then they will take it to the main recycling center where the garbage will also be recycled differently according to how they came. So that is something also to just have in mind, and I really appreciate the whole concept behind it. After that, what we do, we also have like when you walk around the neighborhood or just around the city, you have like a garbage container where you can just always put your garbage or whatever you have in your hand, or whatever you want to throw away, you just put it inside. And I think that also adds more to the fact that the environment is clean, because everybody is aware, oh, we have the garbage container, so I don't have to just throw my garbage all over the place. And I think that is what also makes the city a really clean place to be in. When you go for shopping, yeah, and you want to buy water, you have to buy, like, when you're buying water, the most waters are always in plastic bottles. So these plastic bottles, they have a sign, and it's like a bottle, and it's just a fund. That's how they call it here in Germany. So this fund means that you will pay 25 cents on each bottle. Yeah. So when you just finish using the bottles and you want to go for shopping again, you have to take the same bottles, take them to your supermarket or where you bought the bottles from, and then you slot them in a particular machine, and this machine just crushes the bottles together and makes them flat. After all that is done, you will just take your receipt, and this receipt, you can go with the receipt to the cashier, and that is when you can get your money back. So they will just refund you the money, the 25 cents that you paid for your bottle, it will be refunded back. I mentioned in my other video that the public transport system here in Germany is amazing. It's reliable and it's fast. So we have the trains which travel from one city to another, or even from one village to another, and then we also have the trams, and the trams just work in the city and they just go from one stop to another, and this is usually a short period of time. It depends with how long, or how it depends on the distance of the other stop. So it can take between 2 to 3 minutes before the tram reaches to the next stop, and then takes other people or other passengers to where they're going to. And then we also have the buses. The buses are also here in the city, and there are some which travel also out of the city. So that is also something which is good to know. And then the taxis are everywhere. You can call a taxi, and there's also just a central place where all taxis are. You can just go there and then you get a taxi and go to where you want to go to. So not everybody has the possibility of owning a car. So that means that we also have another means of transport, which is called the bicycle, which is really loved here. So many students and just, people use it to go to work, to go to school. It's fast, and it's also a good form of sports, which I think is even one of the main reasons why most people take it to work or to school. And another thing which I really wanted to also mention was the different pathways that we have here in Germany. Like, the bicycles have their red pathway where they use when they want to go somewhere, and then it's usually red in color. And then the normal pathway, which is always gray, is where just everybody uses to walk on. So if you know very well that you are on the wrong pathway, let's say that you are walking on the red pathway, that is, it's an offense, because then the bicycles cannot pass. So that is just a clear sign to just let you know this is a path for the bicycles, and this is where everyone has to walk on. So if you hate traffic, then the Autobahn is definitely for you. It's also known as highway in English. The Autobahn is meant for people who want to travel faster, and it's also meant for long distance journeys. The lowest speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour, and the average speed limit is 120 kilometers per hour. But there are also some places where there are no speed limits. Most of the Autobahns are divided into 2, 3 or 4 lanes. It just depends on which kind of Autobahn you are on. And most of them also have toilets and restaurants on their way. So that means if you get like too tired when you're driving, you can always take a break, go to the restroom, just get a fresh air, and then you can continue with your journey. So I think that is something which is always amazing when you know you want to travel really long distances with your car. One thing that I always look forward to is the Christmas season. It's amazing. It's to just be around friends and family. There's nothing that can beat that feeling. So there's always so much decorations to do. I always put the decorations up with my boy, and that is something he always looks forward to. And there's so much lights in the city. They always put it extra just for Christmas because it's really dark outside. So the lights just bring this amazing feeling that it's Christmas here. And then, you know, so many people also travel to be with their loved ones, because many people we also have Christmas holidays at this time of the year. So people who don't have the chance to go and just visit their families, this is the time to always come together and just enjoy each other's company. There's so much food, there's drinks, music, people go out to party. It's just, the fun is on another level. The thing to just have in mind is that the Germans celebrate their Christmas here on the 24th at night. They call it the Heiligabend. But most of us, like us, for example, in Kenya, we celebrate Christmas on the 25th. So what we do here with my family is we just go to church on the 25th. On that day, we go to church and fellowship together with our friends and also some of relatives that we know, and we just enjoy each other's companies as well. We do also exchange gifts at church, and that is also something which is always so much fun and entertaining. And we have come to the end of my video. Thank you all for sticking to the end, and for all of my new subscribers, thank you for joining the family. I really appreciate you guys. And if you have any video suggestions for me, don't hesitate to just let me know in the comment section down below. I will really try my best to cover these topics for you guys based on my experience. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. That is the only way I can know if you enjoy this kind of videos. And share this video. Share them to your friends, your families, your loved ones. I'll appreciate it. I'll see you guys in my next video. God bless you all. Bye.